to my channel. In today's lesson, we will be programming the user sign-out process using session management in PHP. So we have already created our login system and home page. Now we will make sure that when a user clicks sign out, their session will end securely and they will be logged out of the system. So let's dive in. Now, before we start coding, let's quickly understand what a session is. A session in PHP is like a temporary locker that stores user information while they're browsing your website. For example, when a user signs in, we save their details like their name or email inside a session variable so that every page can recognize who's logged in. But when the user clicks sign out, we need to remove that session data. So that's exactly what we will do in this task. Now let's begin with our header.php file. This is the part of our website that appears on the top of every page. We will first start the session, then check if a user is logged in, and finally display the correct options based on that. Now let me explain what happens here step by step. First, we start the session by using session start that tells PHP, hey, I want to use or access session data. Then we check inside a if statement set $_ session, and inside square brackets we have the variable u, meaning is there a logged in user? If yes, we get the user's details from $_ session u and store it in a variable called $data. Then we display a friendly message like hi, your first name, and next to it we show a red sign out link. If there's no users logged in, we instead show sign in or register. So this tiny block of PHP is how we dynamically change the header based on whether someone is logged in or not. Okay, now clicking that sign out text shouldn't just refresh the page. It should actually log the user out. To make that happen, we will create a JavaScript function called sign out inside our script.js file. So let me break this down slowly. First, we create a new XML HTTP request. So this helps us send data between our web page and the server without reloading the whole page. So this technique is actually called the AJAX technique. So inside our onReady state change, we wait until the server responds. That's when ready state that is equal to 4 and request.status that is equal to 200, which means everything went fine. Then we check if the response text equals success. If it does, that means the sign out was successful. So we show an alert that says logged out successful, and then reload the page using window.location.reload. This refresh ensures the header now switches back to showing sign in or register instead of user's name. Okay, now let's create the server-side file that will actually end the session when the user logs out. We will name it signout process.php. So let me explain what happens here. First, we start the session. Remember, we always need session start before working with any session variables. Then we check if there's a user session active. If set $_ session inside the square brackets the variable u. So if yes, we set that session to null, basically clearing its data, and then call session underscore destroy, which completely ends the session on the server. Finally, we echo success so that our JavaScript file can recognize that operation was successful. Alright, time to test everything together. So first I will log into my eShop website, and as you can see, I have with a message hi, my first name, and after that you can see the red sign out text in the header. So after I click on sign out, you will see an alert that says logout successful, and when I click on OK, the page will reload, and that means now the header will show sign in or register. So that means our sign out process works smoothly. So let's quickly summarize what we learned today. We started the session in header.php and displayed different header options based on whether a user is logged in. We created a JavaScript function called signout that talks to the backend using Ajax. And finally, we built signoutprocess.php to clear the session and return a success message. Together, these three files make our signout process clean, secure, and dynamic. Okay, see you in the next video, and thank you.